Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Love in Dubai show, where we go through all the trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about today. The huge news over the weekend that Expo smashed 20 million visitors. Woo! Such a flex.
And Emirates is urging passengers to arrive 3 hours prior to departure due to spring break traffic.
And we're also talking about Sharjah police, who made a huge fake gold and cash bust over the weekend, and all of the details from that.
And content creators from around the world descend upon Dubai this weekend for an epic summit.
But before we get into it all, Happy Mother's Day! Oh, what a flex. We love this. It's Mother's Day. We're celebrating with all the amazing mums in the region and around the world, because although your mum may not be celebrating, it's always a day to celebrate mom.
It's always, of course, but like one day dedicated truly to mothers, and just all that they do for you, a reminder of that. So today's the day, but of course we have so many.
So if you are waking up and you're seeing this and you're thinking,
oh wait,
have I not sent my mom a card? Have I done nothing for the woman that created me? Do not worry, because although this is Mother's Day in the UAE and the region, it's not Mother's Day around the world, because different histories and different places, they celebrate it different days.
Exactly.
So if you are celebrating Mother's Day from the UK, it's on March 27th, which is very close. So get thinking. And in the US, it's May 8th.
Yes, and then all Arab countries today, of course, for all Arab countries, it's happening today. And then March 10th for Mexico.
And then August 12th for Thailand. So are you going to celebrate, because you live here, but your parents are in India?
Yeah. So I think it's me and my sister. So I am going to do it for the UAE Mother's Day and then send in whatever gifts I need to and wish her today.
So what have you done?
Nothing yet. Just started, send later on. And my sister's going to celebrate India's Mother's Day, which happens in May.
Oh, so your mom gets 2 Mother's Days.
2 Mother's Days.
Interesting. I'm not great with Mother's Day, but I feel like I need to remind myself to be better. Because mom, like for my birthday and different things, like mom goes all out, and she'll remember, she'll be planning things. She'll want to make a big fuss.
She does. Every year there's a big cake for Casey's birthday that her mom bakes all by herself and gets it to the office, and it's the sweetest.
So spoiled.
Sweetest thing. And
I never do a massive thing for her. And I was talking about her birthday yesterday, and she was like, oh, you don't need to do anything, but she really means I do need to do something. But I'll definitely do something nice for her birthday. But Mother's Day is a day that you should go all out, because why not celebrate the best people on the planet who go through so much and do so much for us. And mothers who have young kids through the pandemic, it's been so super hard. So today's a day to celebrate. So if you are a child or a husband or anything with a mom, everyone basically, make sure your mom knows that she is very special today.
Mom, mother figures, guardians, literally any person you consider a mother in life. Do you have any favorite fond memory of your mom that you remember? Did I put you on the spot?
Last night she was nagging me, so it's hard to look past that. I love her dearly. I have too many amazing... Yes, I remember one time I was 13 or 14 years old, and I went to a boarding school, and I was really uncomfortable about going back. I can't remember what the reason was, just teenage drama, angst, whatever it was. And it was a Sunday, and it was a 3-hour drive, and I just didn't want to go back, and I was just feeling miserable. And she went into town, which is a 30-minute drive from where we live in the country. She bought me Mean Girls DVD on rent, because those were the days, and a tub of Ben & Jerry's ice cream. And she was and I just had the best day, and then I just went back. But that's what you had to do when I was a miserable teenager. But I just remember that, so cute.
Oh my God.
I was just miserable, and Ben & Jerry's at the time was the key to my heart. So.
That is really so sweet.
It's kind of random. What about you?
Okay, if I remember one thing about my mom, for the rest of my life, it's how she rescued this one dog. And everyone in the house was against it. We already had one, and we didn't want, we wanted another one, but a puppy. And she just went to this vet, her and my sister, and they just they saw this dog who was tortured by his past owners, And my mom felt so bad, and she wasn't initially a dog person. She warmed up to become a dog person, and she adopted a cheesecake. She brought him home, and she gave him so much love. And he's a very disturbed dog. Like, anyone who goes to hold him, he'll just attack and start biting. But my mom, like, she's the only person who gives him so much love and, you know, like, spoils him.
That's where you get it from. Your kind nature to animals.
Shade?
No!
Oh,
well, I did say to animals, but but also that is where you get it from, because you see your mom doing amazing things for rescues, then you want to do the same.
Honestly, and we get these qualities from our parents. Like, you might, you know, there's so many things when you're just like, no, should I not? And then you remember your parents do these things and they set the bar, and you take inspiration from them and you do it. And that's what, I mean, Mother's Day is all about, celebrating all the qualities that they've taught you and you've taken from them.
So if you're watching this show, do share your best moments of your mom, and we'll share them on Instagram stories later, and then you can tag your mom, and if you want to share your favorite memory with your mom's tag, and then she'll be able to see it.
So cute. Shahir, favor please, teleprompter.
We can jump into the top stories, I believe, in a little bit of a second. Our top story today,
1 second.
Expo has smashed.
Sorry guys, technical?
You okay? I can still start.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Technical difficulties. We're having a morning, by the way. If you've just seen our Instagram stories, like, we started late and we're pre-recording on Facebook, so we're starting very late, but look, we're here. It's Monday. If there weren't technical difficulties, would it even be a Monday?
Exactly. I mean, honestly, Casey said it.
You know who's not having technical difficulties? Expo. The most amazing place in the world, which only has 10 days left, smashed 20 million visitors, which is just phenomenal. So pre-pandemic, Expo was aiming to get 25 million people through the doors. This is pre-pandemic. So the fact that during a pandemic, it reached 20 million is just incredible. So as of Saturday, March 19th, Expo officially hit 20 million visitors, and reports show that 70% of those guests are from within the UAE, and kids under the age of 18 have actually visited more than 2.8 million times. And to mark that moment, Al Wasl Dome lit up to celebrate.
An incredible achievement considering the challenges faced by the world and the UAE during the last 2 years. More than 190 countries came together to display their nation's heritage, innovation, but of course it's not over yet. We are in the final 10 days, and people are heading there, flocking there. There's so much happening. Steve Harvey was at Expo celebrating World Happiness Day this weekend, and it's been confirmed that Jason Derulo is coming
Jason Derulo! You can't do it without saying Jason Derulo.
I can't believe I did that. I just missed that part. And he's coming to the Jubilee stage on March 25th, along with heaps of Mother's Day celebrations today, which, of course, if you're heading down there today with your mom, you're going to be privileged to see.
So the Jason Derulo news dropped. It's happening at Jubilee stage on, should we say, March 25th, which is just going to be phenomenal. Like, we love a bit of Jason, so we're really excited to see him live. It's going to be crazy. Like, by the way, the buzz around Expo is just phenomenal. It's just been crazy. Like, every single person who's gone down there will tell you how extraordinarily busy it is, and that just kind of proves what an incredible show that's been put on for us over the last 6 months, and it doesn't end yet. In the last 10 days, they're going to go big. So today, if you want to go down there for Mother's Day, they're having yoga sessions, actually starting at 9:30 a.m. at the water feature. So if you want to take your mom, get down there. By the way, do you say mum, mammy?
Mummy.
You say mummy?
Yeah.
That's so
like a child.
No, it's just I would say British people say mummy.
Mommy, yeah, they go like mom, no? Like, I think you have phases of what you call your mom as you grow.
True, that is true.
Yeah, like you start off like mommy, then you go like mom, ma, I don't know. What do you call your mom?
Mammy. Started off with mammy, and then mom.
Mum.
Sometimes mum. Mom is that would be American.
Mom, yeah.
M-O-M.
Mom, yeah.
I think M-U-M is like universal. Mom.
In school, I used to go
Mommy.
like mom, but like at home, like mommy.
Do you ever use her first name?
No, never. Like maybe once when we fought, just like, you know, used her name, and she's just like, huh, what?
You know my first name?
I remember there was a show where the kid, where someone called the mom by the name, and the kid is just like, that's not her name. Her name is Mom.
It's cute. Yeah, no, Mammy would be what I would usually say.
Cute. Do you have a favorite Jason Derulo song, by the way?
Yeah, but I never know song names. It's the trumpet song.
Oh, trumpets.
It's called the trumpet song? Amazing. Oh, trumpets.
Trumpets.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so like energizing. Love it so much. Like that live. I've actually seen him live, but it was at a club in Dubai, and you know the way sometimes when performers come to clubs, they only do like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But they do 3 of their best songs, but I'd love to see like a longer performance.
Oh, Jason's
he's a dancer.
concert is gonna be hyped. Pumped. Guys, moving on to our next story. Emirates is urging passengers to arrive 3 hours prior to departure. Now, due to spring break, traffic, and of course, like people coming in for Expo, people booking in mini vacations, and the world rushing to Dubai for what's left of Expo, Dubai-based Emirates Airlines is anticipating a peak in travelers and is urging passengers to arrive to the airport at least 3 hours in advance.
Now, we always get these warnings ahead of kind of the kids' school holidays. I know that kids are breaking up for spring break. How has this happened already so far into the year? And next Friday, I think some of the schools are, I believe, because my friends are teachers and they're on their holidays. So we usually get these warnings. So lots have resorted to arriving only an hour before departure because of the smart gates and efficient security checks. Make it so you don't miss your flight. However, we are entering into a period of very high traffic at Dubai International Airport, so do not be left behind.
And Emirates Airlines has stated that they're expecting a surge of over 700,000 travelers. So arriving at the airport early is always better, and the volume of travelers is expected to last for 2 weeks. So if you're planning to travel for a spring break, make sure you arrive early and with, of course, all the documents needed.
True that. Let's jump into our next story. Sharjah police have made a huge fake gold bust. So 12 men have been arrested for specialising in the sale and distribution of fraudulent goods and selling them as original pieces. So Colonel Omar Ahmed Abu Al-Zawood, Director of Investigations and Criminal Investigations at the Sharjah Police, clarified that a number of reports have been received which proved the fraud that showed these men were tricking customers into buying fake jewellery.
Now, this was a full scam. They lured people in with cheap phones and real gold. Once they had the trust of the buyer, they then swapped out the gold with the gold-plated metal, the ultimate con. And each man who has had a particular role in this business and their case has now been referred to the public prosecution, which will take legal action against them.
The Director of Investigations and Criminal Investigations Sharjah Police, he urged public members to avoid dealing with unlicensed individuals and businesses. Don't fall victim at the hands of these scammers. They know that the UAE has the best and largest commercial market in the world. It has a huge variety of goods, all at different prices, and henceforth, members of the public should deal with these licensed stores without others. So just be vigilant. If a deal is too good to be true, it is too good to be true. These were at a market. They sold gold. They thought they were like, I can't even imagine the heartbroken people that actually paid for this gold out of their hard-earned cash, and whether or not they got their money back, we're not sure, because this was a scam that was ongoing. Like, you go into a store buying gold, so it could be for a celebration. Like, you're not buying gold for just any old reason. Like, it's a big deal to be purchasing it. And the guys were then zipping out the real stuff and handing you gold-plated metal.
That's honestly so messed up.
Yeah.
Literally every scam. I mean, any person who gets scammed, they'll know just like the heartbreak behind it and losing so much cash. And I mean, of course, heartbreaking. And like you said, like if it's too good to be true, it is probably too good to be true.
Too gold to be true.
Yeah. Too gold to be true. Nice. I remember your fake AirPod story 2 years ago.
The fake AirPod story?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Those like Amazon versus reality, like the people who buy like wedding dresses, or in this case fake AirPods, and it looks the real deal on Amazon, and then you get it in the post and it is not exactly what it looks like. So for example, the fake AirPods came. AirPods are about this size. One AirPod came and it was like this size.
a huge, gigantic AirPod case, and it was 200 dirhams.
Yeah,
on Amazon.
I think people are more vigilant now than they were before. Like, going on, you always check reputable sellers. If you're staying anywhere, you always read the reviews, and you don't read the good ones. You go to the lowest reviews and you read those, and you suss out how many are real, how many are fake, and is there actually any real bad reviews, or just complaining. So you really have to use your investigative skills to figure out what's good and what's bad.
Due diligence.
Do your due diligence.
Mm-hmm. Guys, our next story, content creators from around the world descended upon Dubai this weekend for an epic summit. Now, creators from all over the world were invited to downtown Dubai to participate in the NAS Summit, a massive 3-day event for creators. So basically, the NAS Summit was created by one of the world's biggest content creators, Nas Daily, and he invited the biggest names in the social media world, including Facebookers, YouTubers, Instagrammers, TikTokers, and media companies, investors, so many more, and they all came together to learn to grow and network and all of that, and it was wild. Literally everyone from Aegon, from Project Nightfall, Abhi and Neil, Beer Bicep, Project The Kohli, Supercar Blondie, Akshay Bhushan, Humans of New York were all present at the epic summit. So
if you're into content creation, this was the best way to, I guess, network and also to learn and to probably grow your following, because if you're tag them and they tag you, you grow. And all those insightful convos followed by big parties every night. So it was kind of big kind of auditorium filled conversations during the day, and then they followed it by parties. So it was an eventful weekend overall. Some of the it looked amazing. Like Casey Neistat, who is obviously the OG YouTuber that all YouTubers in the world I guess look up to for his consistency and his creation. He was there and he was answering questions from the audience, which I always think is quite fun because you just don't know what you're going to get. So I love when they open questions up to the audience, because sometimes with the interviews they're I want to know what questions I'm going to get, but in this case he was asked questions from the audience and they didn't go softly on him.
Okay, I have to say though, the place was so intimate, as in sometimes for when you give these speeches and have these sessions, workshops, the hall is massive, but this was quite the size was pretty good, so you could see, and when you're interacting with someone you can literally see them, and it was a very nice intimate space. So it was just a very fun summit altogether, and the content creators coming together, you would think there might be some competition and all those things, but there was so much camaraderie between them, and they were taking pictures, and all of them were just posting, like you said, tagging each other and just speaking so well of the other, so fondly. It was amazing.
It's so interesting because content creation has just become this massive business, and there's always that kind of stigma or whatever over the word influencers and content creators, but content creators are entrepreneurs, literally doing something that they're usually passionate about, growing platforms, building audiences, and eventually making money. And this is the thing. So either they had the big guys there who were kind of giving out insightful tips, or people there going to learn and to grow and to learn more about the business. That was a business networking event essentially. But it's just more fun and interesting because it's content creation, which is quite cool. And then it's live and people are interested. So usually if you have a business event, the people that care are that business. But in this case, all of these guys, I can't wait to see the kind of potentially interesting content they will create from this and show to their audience. So even next year, it's amazing that this was happening in Dubai by another of the world's biggest content creators, Nas Daily, who now has his base here, which is super cool. And it kind of shows Dubai as a leading hub for content creators, and it's just going to grow. This is going to be an annual thing. So and this was the first one, and as you said, super successful. Amazing to see so many people there, and it's just going to be amazing to watch how this grows.
Honestly, and of course, the food there was amazing.
Good. What did you eat?
I had dessert puffs.
Dessert puffs?
Yeah, cream cheese puffs. Oh my god. But honestly, just seeing content creators fangirling over others, and it's actually so much more than content. People are looking into NFTs and growing into the metaverse and just expanding to become venture capitalists as content creators. It was such people were so informed about the industry, where things are moving, where the future lies at. So it was really
inspiring.
interesting. Yeah, super inspiring. And of course, our interviews with them will come out soon, which you guys can all have a look at.
That is it for our show today. Sorry we were running a little bit late, but these things happen. It's Mother's Day. We were out celebrating Mom. Love you, moms. Guys, have a fabulous day, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Same time, same place. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.